Hello my fishing friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite fishing guru here, ready to dive deep into the bite forecast for a truly special day. December 13th, 2025. I've scoured the internet, crunched the numbers, and got all the data for our amazing Australian waters. Today, we're not just talking about catching fish, we're uncovering the why behind the bite, and I promise you, what we've found might just change your entire approach to fishing this summer. This day is shaping up to be interesting, with warm waters and stable weather, but with a lunar phase that will keep us on our toes. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's get into it. Alright, let's talk tactics, starting with some of Australia's most exciting species this time of year. First up, the mighty yellowtail kingfish. Friends, December is prime time for kings, and with water temperatures expected to be hovering around 21 to 22 degrees Celsius, they're going to be aggressive and hungry. Where to find them? Focus on areas with strong current and structure. Think main harbour points, offshore reefs, and especially around any marker buoys or Flatheads. These predators love to ambush their prey in such spots. For tackle, a medium to heavy spinning outfit with a 3,000 to 5,000 size reel spooled with 20 to 30 pound braided line and a fluorocarbon leader of 30 to 50 pounds is ideal. Lure-wise, topwater poppers and stick baits can be explosive, but don't forget sinking stick baits or jigs when they're holding deeper. For bait, live squid or yakkers are king, fished unweighted or with a running sinker. Next, let's talk about the ever-popular Cape Flathead. These ambush predators will be actively feeding, especially during the run-out tides. Look for them on the flats, along drop-offs, and in the gutters of estuaries. They love to lie in wait, half buried in the sand, ready to pounce. For gear, a light to medium spin rod paired with a 2,000 to 3,000 size reel, spooled with 6 to 10 pound braid, is perfect. Soft plastics, particularly paddle tail or grub tail types in natural baitfish colors, rigged on a 1/4 to 1/2 ounce jig head, are deadly. Cast them up current and work them slowly along the bottom with short hops and pauses. If you prefer bait, fresh pilchards, whitebait, or prawns fished on a running sinker rig are highly effective. Now for our estuarine fighters, the bream. With the warmer water, bream will be active and moving around structure. Target them around oyster leases, rock walls, pontoons, and submerged snags, especially on the rising tide. A light spinning outfit with a 1,000 to 2,000 size reel and 4 to 6 pound fluorocarbon leader will give you the sensitivity needed. Small crankbaits, soft plastics that imitate prawns or small baitfish, and surface lures can all work wonders. For the bait anglers, lightly weighted peeled prawns or strips of fresh squid cast tight against the structure are irresistible. It's a subtle game of patience, but the rewards are well worth it. And for my blue water adventurers, let's touch on the thrilling Mahi Mahi tea or dolphin fish. December marks the beginning of their offshore season in Australia. The East Australian current is bringing beautiful, warm, blue water closer to the coast, and conditions could be perfect for a trip wide of the continental shelf. You're looking for those temperature breaks, current lines, and floating debris or weed lines that concentrate bait. A medium overhead or spinning combo with 30 to 50 pound line is a good starting point. Trolling small skirted lures or swimming baits like slimy mackerel or pilchards will get their attention. Keep an eye out for birds working, as they often indicate feeding mahi-mahi below. Now let's break down the conditions for December 13th, 2025. This weather forecast for much of Australia indicates a pleasant day with temperatures around 22 to 24 degrees Celsius, dropping to 22 degrees Celsius at night. Sydney might be a bit warmer, up to 28 degrees Celsius. Precipitation will be minimal for most areas, with some regions like Sydney having a 55% chance of a passing shower. Average wind speed across Australia for December is around 24 kilometers per hour, with south-southeast winds at 26 kilometers per hour, specifically for Sydney. Atmospheric pressure appears to be relatively stable, which generally means happy fish. Overall, mild conditions for fishing. the water temperature. Across Australia's coastal regions is comfortably warm, generally above 20 degrees Celsius, which is fantastic for summer species. Sydney's average is around 22 to 23 degrees Celsius. These elevated temperatures mean increased fish metabolism, leading to more active feeding, but also potentially pushing some species to deeper, cooler water during the hottest parts of the day. Moving on to the pale moon phase. December 13th, 2025 finds us in a waning crescent phase. The moon will be about 23 to 24 days old, with an illumination of 32 to 38% and getting smaller. This phase is associated with weaker tides or neap tides, which means less current movement. Popular fishing belief often links waning crescent moons to a quieter bite due to these weaker tides. However, in my experience, while the tidal influence might be less pronounced, fish still need to eat. It simply means they might feed in shorter, more concentrated windows, and you'll need to be more precise with your presentations. Overall activity for fish in Australia during this period is high given it's summer. Species like Kingfish, Flathead, Bream and Mahi Mahi are active. However, with the weaker neap tides, some species might be a bit more capricious. This isn't a day for lazy fishing, but for thoughtful, strategic approaches. My clear assessment for the bite today is good, but potentially capricious. Good because of the stable weather and warm water, but capricious due to the weaker tidal flows from the waning crescent moon, which might make fish less aggressive than during a full or new moon. So, adapt your tactics, focus on those specific bite windows, and you'll still have a great day. Well, my friends, that's your detailed forecast for December 13th, 2025. I hope this gives you a clear advantage out on the water. Remember, knowledge is power, and knowing why the fish behave a certain way is half the battle. So get out there, enjoy the beautiful Australian summer, and make some memories. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my forecasts or tips. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to lures for kingfish in summer? Or have you had any crazy success during a waning crescent moon? Share your stories and let's keep this awesome fishing community growing. Until next time, tight lines everyone, and may your reels scream with plenty of ni vosta, ni cheshwe,